My grandma-in-law hates me and my sister because she never wanted her daughter to marry my father, so she asked me what I wanted for Christmas and then humiliated me in front of the entire family during gift openings. Posted by u/ThrowerFanBayMX. I, 25F, will try to make this as short and sweet as possible. Also, sorry for any formatting errors, I'm on mobile and in the middle of working a double on no sleep, but this has been bothering me for about 3 days now. At the onset of the pandemic, my husband, 26M, and I wound up unemployed and had to move in with my parents. My dad, 50-ish, and my stepmom, 40-ish, are the most wonderful humans in the world. My stepmom's mother, who I'll refer to as Marie from here on, late 70s-ish, not so much. We moved in at the end of October after our lease expired at our previous residence. A couple of days after moving in, Marie asked my husband and me if we had any Christmas wishes and was adamant that price was no object. She's made it very clear over the past 17 years that she didn't want her daughter marrying my father and that the added baggage of my sister and me made it even less ideal, but I assumed, since she asked me, that maybe she wanted to bury the hatchet. So I was honest, I mentioned wanting a new sewing machine. I showed her the one I wanted, which was about $200. I didn't think much of the exchange until last Friday, December 18th. Marie was leaving to visit family a few states over for the holidays, so she called the family together to hand out gifts. I had just gotten home from work, so my cousins, aunts, and uncles had already begun opening their gifts. 3 of my cousins and 1 of my aunts got the exact sewing machine I had shown Marie. All the other kids got things like video games, hoodies, sneakers, and gift cards to different places. I admittedly got a little excited. I went last. Marie handed me my gift, I opened it, and it was a sewing machine box, but instead of a sewing machine inside, it was filled with new towels. She said, "I know you guys are having money troubles. Thought that might be helpful." I waited until everyone left, but I was genuinely upset because I know that she knows we have towels, washcloths, etc., since we brought them with us from our old place, and we have our own designated cupboard for those things in our bathroom. When I got my new job, I took my first and second paycheck and started buying gifts for everyone. I spent nearly $150 to order a giant handwoven, dyed, and beaded tapestry from a local indigenous bead artist for Marie. I wanted to get her something I knew she would love and cherish because I thought maybe we were moving past the previous 17 years of hostility. She and I are both close to 50% indigenous, and it's a big part of her lifestyle and aesthetic, as it is mine. I genuinely don't know at this point if she was trying to be malicious, but I feel she was, having me open it in front of everyone, and I felt absolutely humiliated. My stepmom and dad agree with me and say I should keep it, as does my husband, but when I asked a few family friends, they said it sounds like I'm just mad that I didn't get an expensive gift. I feel it's blatant favoritism. Would I be the jerk if I kept the tapestry for myself? Edit. For clarity, the artist I ordered the tapestry from is about 1.5 hours away from our house, and I didn't have time to pick it up before Marie had to leave for the airport because of work. She told me not to worry about it and said I could just give it to her when she got back. Relevant comments. Commenter. What happened to the sewing machine that was originally in the box with the towels? I doubt she or the store just had an extra box lying around. I don't know why I'm stuck on that, it just seems odd that she'd have the box without the sewing machine. Anyway, not the jerk, keep your thoughtful gift, and if you feel obligated to get her something, just give her a gift card to a place she likes to eat or something easy. Maybe one of your cousins would gift you theirs since they know what happened. I know I wouldn't want a sewing machine, so I'd totally give it to you if it were gifted to me. And to be especially petty, I'd do it right in front of your grandma. Ops response. She took one of my cousin's sewing machines out of the box and packed it into a larger box with a case for her sewing machine because she travels for college and will be carrying it back and forth. She's the only other person in the family who sews, so it makes sense. Commenter 2. You're unsure if she acted with malice? She did. This was 100% intentional, malicious, bona fide jerkbaggery. Keep the thingy. This was a declaration of war on you, so even after keeping the thingy, strike back in a similar fashion when and where you can. If she's not a broken, whimpering pile of misery pudding by the time you're done with her, she wins. I'm rooting for you. Ops response. Okay, you're my hero for this. Commenter 2. I was just mad at you. Be careful not to alienate other members of your family if you take the advice above. If things go sour between you and your stepmom because of this, then I will be the jerk. Ops response. I'm not going to give her the tapestry, I'm going to give it to a friend who is also indigenous and will appreciate it. But now, I'll be getting her a crappy, generic return gift. Commenter 3. Obviously, not the jerk. Come on, why are you even asking? This is one of those my coworker kicked my puppy and called me stupid. Am I the jerk for being mad questions? Ops response. I'm asking because I got opposing opinions, and I wanted to know if I'd be justified in keeping it if I chose to do so. Commenter 3. I think the answer is so obvious that the only reason you could possibly get conflicting opinions is if you presented the story differently to someone else. What you wrote here paints a vivid picture that leaves no doubt in anyone's mind about what you should do and how you should feel about it. If you left anything out or misrepresented anything, then you didn't get a genuine answer from us. So it comes down to the question of whether you came here looking for advice or looking to be validated. You're the only one who knows the answer. If you gave us the whole story, enjoy your tapestry. Ops response. Yeah, honestly, this is me thinking that I probably need new friends because everything I said here is exactly what I told them, word for word, in our group chat. Update same day. I called my stepmom and told her that I would not be giving Marie the gift and that I would be getting her something else. I don't know what yet, but I'm sure I can come up with a crappy, generic gift between now and New Year's. Thank you all so much for your honesty and candor. Edit. I met with my stepmom for an early lunch. Around 2 p.m., she's expecting a family Skype call from Marie, and she's going to address it head-on in front of the entire family. I'll update further for anyone invested, I guess? Edit 2. Final update. My stepmom started off by saying that she wanted everyone to hush because she had something she wanted to discuss. She went on about how Marie has always been kind and generous, but this year, she was untoward and mean in a very aggressive way. Then she had me tell everyone what she did. Marie kept trying to get my uncle to end the call, but he refused. My stepmom had let him know beforehand that this was going to happen and that he was not to cut the call. I told everyone what happened, as well as some other things she's done over the years, especially around the holidays. Marie was mortified. I showed her the tapestry and explained the thought process behind it being my gift for her, how much I had hoped that her seemingly going out of her way to get me a gift was finally a chance for us to bridge the gap between us and have a relationship. Then I informed her that I would be gifting the tapestry to someone else who actually deserved my kindness. I told her she could expect to find her gift in her room when she returned home and that I don't care whether she apologizes or not because the damage is done. My sister and I did nothing to deserve the treatment we've been given, and I have no desire to be anything more than cordial with her from this point on, whether we live in the same house or not. I've decided to just buy her some cheap scented candles and call it a day. My younger cousins decided they do not want their sewing machines, as did my aunt. They all decided they're going to give me one of them and try to get refunds on the other two, and we're all going to do some sort of spa day together. My stepmom took over again after that because I got emotional, and she laid into Marie for making a public spectacle of her trickery. Words were exchanged between them, but my stepmom held fast. We ended the call shortly after. My stepmom and I are on the way to my aunt's to porch pick up my new sewing machine. I also reached out to the now former friends to let them know that I don't appreciate them siding with Marie and making me second-guess myself. I told them that I will be civil but nothing more, as I didn't deserve their harsh judgments. The tapestry has been packed up nicely and will be shipped to one of my absolute best friends tomorrow so that he can love and appreciate it because it's beautiful and deserves to be cherished. Thank you to each and every one of you for your honesty and your words, kind and harsh alike. This has really made the holiday so much better for me and has, oddly, brought my parents and me even closer. Blessed Yule, happy holidays, I love you all.